morning. Welcome to a life update video. It's been a while since we've done a vlog or even just talked about everything. I know Amy's been doing pregnancy updates and stuff like that, but I have not really done any updates either, so I thought, hey, why not take the chance to do it? So yeah, a lot of craziness around here, so let's just talk a little bit about Amy. Her food aversion is crazy. So basically, I know she's talked about it in a couple of her pregnancy update videos, but she basically like can't really eat anything. And so, like last night for dinner, she really got grossed out by grilled cheese sandwich, and she loves grilled cheese, and that's basically one of the most stable things that she's been able to eat this entire pregnancy is a grilled cheese sandwich. And so she couldn't, so she didn't really eat anything last night. And so I tried to feed her. She got some peaches, and she ate a fruit by the foot, which is funny that she's into those right now. But she took a couple of bites of the sandwich and it grossed her out. And so like we're scraping the bottom of the barrel of trying to figure out stuff for her to eat. She's grossed out by meat. She's grossed out by all sorts of stuff, and so it's been hard on me to try to figure out like what to get her. And going to the grocery store is like a chore now because of masks and all gloves and all that sort of stuff. And so just running in quickly to grab something, there's always long lines and huge full grocery carts now, and so it's hard to just be like, oh, I need to run down and grab something really fast. It's more of a process. And so it's hard for me to like, oh, I need to get her this, because if I buy her in bulk something that she's been eating, I guarantee you the next day it'll completely change. So that happened with Top Ramen. She was really into Top Ramen, and so our store had been out for a while of Top Ramen, and so when I was like, oh man, we're on our last pack, I need to get more for Amy, I found some. I was like, oh, I'm so thankful. There was enough for 2 weeks worth of Top Ramen, which would have been 2 weeks of food for her for lunch. And then the next day she threw it up, and she hasn't touched Top Ramen since. And so we had a bunch of extra Top Ramen laying around, and the same with mac and cheese. It was the same thing. She ate it a couple times, so I bought a bunch, and then she hasn't eaten it since. The same with some pastaroni. She ate it a couple times, and now she's grossed out by it. So it's one of those things where I can't buy things in bulk at all, because she eats it once or twice and then she gets grossed out. So, but the grilled cheese sandwich was the shocking one. But the other thing is Eggo waffles. She's really into those, and so I'm hoping that sticks around for a bit. She doesn't eat them every day, but she eats them a couple times a week. She'll eat them for like a dinner or a lunch. And so I don't know. It's a weird situation to be in, because we're like quarantined and all this stuff, and then it's just the food thing is so hard for me to like figure out. I don't want to like annoy her with the amount of times I'm offering like suggestions, because I know that is really hard for her if I'm constantly suggesting, oh, try this, try this, try this, try this. But you know, at the same time, I want her to be able to eat, and I want like the baby to be growing healthy and all that sort of stuff. And so it's kind of stressful right now, which leads me to the other thing, which is my diet has been crashed. I am on it and off of it constantly. It's not good for keto to do that. I'm really trying to be back on it, but I've already twice crashed again because I just get so stressed out, and you know, I stop thinking about myself, and I'm like, I'm just gonna cook something really fast, and it's been hard. And so you know, so fortunately I haven't gained really any major weight. I think 2 pounds is last time I weighed myself. I was like, ooh, gained 2 pounds, but 2 pounds in like a month of being on off. I'm mostly just kind of maintaining at this point, which I think is a win when it comes to it, because you know, I know a lot of people who get off keto for a while, like you kind of do gain a ton of weight right away because your body's so used to like just, you know, whatever. But yeah, the weight loss is completely halted. It's kind of taken a backseat to me just trying to take care of Amy and trying to deal with like work stuff and you know, there's a million excuses, and I know there's a million videos out there of me saying like there's no excuses, but like I have like my stress levels are so high right now, and I think just from just the situation that we're in with this virus stuff, and then like just being with the pregnancy, and trying to figure out food things for Amy, and having so much leftover food that I'm like, I don't want to waste it, and it's really hard. And so I'm doing my best to kind of stick with it when I can, and I'm trying to give myself grace over it and say, hey, you know what, you have plenty of time to lose the weight before the baby gets here. When life goes back to normal, you can kind of do normal things and just try to I'm basically just trying to hang in there right now, you know, like that cat poster, until the time being. But so I'm doing my best to try to continue to stick to it, but at the same time give myself grace if I don't. And so it's tough right now, let me tell you. Emotionally, I'm holding it together okay, but like I think little tendencies that used to be a problem are starting to show themselves again. Like I'm starting to stay up way too late all the time. I've always been a night owl. Most of my life I have stayed up late, so like, you know, 2 or 3 in the morning, and then get up when I get up. You know, a lot of times when I had a full-time job, I'd do that, where it was easier to do when I was in my 20s, especially in my early 20s, like stay up till 2 in the morning with friends and then get up at like 6:30 to go to work, and I really was never tired. But like as I'm getting older, it's a little bit harder to be like, oh hey, let's stay up till 2 in the morning and then get up at 8 and not expect myself to be a little bit tired the rest of the day. And so, but yeah, it's interesting to see these little habits, because like on good days I get up early, I go for a run, I like you know, get ready and have like real clothes on and not just sweatpants and like old clothes that don't fit me anymore, they're just too big. And so it's a nice reminder that, you know, I do have those giant clothes and they are loose, and you know, I haven't like failed the diet miserably to the point where I've gained a bunch of weight back and stuff like that. But like it's a weird situation to be in, and I've never been in this situation before, and I don't like, I'm trying to balance it all, but it's really hard, I think, for me. And so like I'm trying not to like put a ton of pressure on myself and say, oh my gosh, you know, I'm failing the diet and I'm failing Amy and all this other stuff. And I know that that's not true, and that she very much often has like said, hey, it's okay, you know, don't stress yourself out over it, even though I am constantly stressing myself out over it, because I'm normally not like this. I don't normally stress myself out over things. I don't normally like have these like mental freakouts about stuff. I just recently have started, just in the last 2 months for some reason, and I think everything has to do with the pregnancy, and all of a sudden I'm worrying about things I never worried about before, and it's like my brain got broken. And so I don't know. But so yeah, that's the sort of stuff I'm dealing with right now, and trying to figure out how to just deal with all of this stuff combined. I mean, if it was just one thing, it would be fine. Like the quarantine stuff I can handle, it's not even a problem. I mean, for the most part, we both work from home, and we're constantly doing stuff. I feel like we're busier now than we were before all of this stuff happened. For a lot of our business is related to traveling, and so a lot of the people who like buy our travel bags and that kind of stuff, they're always traveling, right? And since nobody's traveling right now, and the Disney parks are closed and all this other stuff, like we really slowed down a lot. But with this mask thing, it's made us so busy, which we're really thankful for, because we can not only feel like we're helping a lot of people out there, but we're giving us the chance to sort of like donate and give our time to something that's like really good for us. And so yeah, if you want a mask update, so we had this last week we did it twice, three times. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, it was Wednesday and Saturday, and both times they sold out in less than a minute. So we felt really bad, because we're like, there was more of a need than I guess we realized. And so we did a surprise restocking for just our whatever you call it, our Cruisers Club, which is like our email list for our business. And those sold out in under a minute. And so we're trying to keep up with the needed amount. Like, we're gonna do as many as we can, and then hopefully, people can get them. We've been having a lot of people telling us that they're having a really hard time getting masks, and we feel really bad about that because like people aren't buying an over, like they're not buying 25 masks. It's like someone who's buying 3, someone who's buying 4, and like they're just going so fast. And so we really want to try to like keep up with that, but it's really hard to do that. And so if you're part of our mailing list, I would say join it, because we're probably going to have more restockings and stuff like that. We are going to do public restockings when we can. Right now we're solely focused on the next couple days. We're going to do the first batch of donations alongside with our regular bags, alongside with the other masks that we're making. And so there's just like a lot to do, and so, which is nice. It's keeping us busy, which is great, because Amy needs to keep busy, and it's crazy. This whole thing is pretty nuts. Yeah, who knew that like we'd be in a situation like this ever? I mean, I know that there's pandemics in the past and stuff, but it's crazy. This is a weird time to be alive, for sure. I mean, yeah, it's pretty strange. So I hope you guys are all doing really good, and you're staying safe, and you're healthy. I know I got sick a couple of months ago, last month, I guess. It's been a little bit over a month since I've been better, but I know that mine started with a sore throat, and kind of all went up here. Like, my ears were really annoyed, and then like I was, pouring stuff out of this, and like eventually moved down into here, and I was coughing a lot, which is pretty rough. And I always really worry about when I get sick because of my pneumonia past, and so I freak out. And the fact that I had a sore throat and stuff like that really scared me, because like that's kind of a huge symptom for, I know, the coronavirus. And so people are just a lot of my friends were really worried about me, but I got a Z-Pack from the doctor like about a week in. I think I've talked about this before, and it pretty much cleared everything up, which is why I think that mine was probably just a sinus infection or a cold, just a regular cold or something, because I don't know how I would have got it, because like we were kind of not going out, but we did go to Disneyland, and I think I got it there from someone. And so but that happens, what can you do? I mean, it could also been God telling me that I was being a worrywart and to calm down, and he can make me sick whenever he wants to. So who knows? But yeah, I'm just rambling right now. I don't have much else to say, but appreciate you guys, supporting us. And we've gone down to 3 days a week with the videos, if you're wondering, because we're just, not only are we insanely busy, but just like Amy has no energy for a lot of things right now, and with the fact that she's not eating a ton, and so like I'm not gonna film what I eat in a day when it's like literally the same thing every single day. And so when she's hopefully feeling better, so we're in week 13 right now, we're hoping that when she hits week 14, that maybe the food aversion and things will go away, she can start eating normally. I've talked to a lot of my friends that are girls that had been pregnant in the past, and a lot of them all kind of said the same thing around week 14, 15, like they really started feeling better, and they could eat again, basically. I had one friend who said like, yeah, they couldn't eat anything, and then all of a sudden it was like magic overnight. They could eat everything they wanted. And so I'm hoping that happens with Amy. So anyways, thanks for hanging out with me today as I ramble about life and craziness and everything. And I really hope that you guys are doing good, and that you're healthy and safe, and wearing those masks and not letting people cough on you. So yeah. Anyways, thanks for checking the video out today. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Give me, if you have tips on food things, please let me know. We've been getting some tips. The parameters for Amy is basically like, can't be meat, can't really be dairy. She's grossed out by those things right now. And so anything, that you can think of that's not super heavy, but it's light, please let us know. I would really appreciate it, and I can start throwing out ideas for Amy and giving her a list and maybe going to the store and getting some stuff for her to try. So anyways, thanks for joining me today. If you're new, hit the subscribe button, and we appreciate it. We are going through kind of a weird change right now with these videos, and hopefully we can go back to regular programming soon, but for the time being it's going to be a lot of random stuff. So appreciate you guys sticking with us. All right, we'll see you next time. Bye.